cases where I've actually had to utilize this policy, so.
However, the policy as it was written was not something that we wanted to consider, so,
We had some recommendations to modify it.
right.
Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Dr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Calhoun, yes. Ms. Dowd?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Ms. Keith?
Yes.
Mr. Phillips?
Yes.
I need a motion to accept the resignation of Tina Baker as an at-will bus driver.
So move. Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Dr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Calhoun, yes. Ms. Dowd?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Ms. Keith?
Yes.
Mr. Phillips?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Thank you. I need a motion to accept the resignation of Claudette Day as an at-will bus driver.
So move. Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Calhoun, yes. Ms. Dowd?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Ms. Keith?
Yes.
Mr. Phillips?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Dr. Anderson?
Yes.
Thank you. I need a motion to accept the resignation of Renee Shaw as an at-will paraprofessional.
So move. Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Dowd?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Ms. Keith?
Yes.
Mr. Phillips?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Dr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Calhoun, yes.
Thank you. I need a motion to approve Anna Murnick as an at-will special education paraprofessional.
So move. Second.
Discussion?
She is here.
She's here.
That puts the pressure on.
I usually wait till after the vote.
Nate's on the learning curve.
There's a reason why.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Ms. Keith?
Yes.
Mr. Phillips?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Dr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Calhoun, yes. Ms. Dowd?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yay!
Now you may stand. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Building use requests. I need a motion to approve any requests.
Yes, we have two. One from Mr. Firstbacher for Cub Scout pack meetings, the Ellis or EMGE gym, on several dates here. Is it one day? Yes, it is one day, sorry. January 16th, 6:30 to 8 p.m. And then I have another request from Melissa Kaiser for the Girl Scouts Daisies for several dates and the use of Ellis cafeteria.
So move. Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Keys?
Yes.
Mr. Phillips?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Dr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Calhoun, yes. Ms. Dowd?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes. Item for consideration, old business. Is there an update on the graduation committee?
Dave?
Yeah, we did have our meeting, so I don't know if you're happy or not. And Kinsey, feel free to jump in too. We had a couple great meetings, we really did. I can't thank the parents enough who were on this, and as I said a couple months ago, it really was I think a good diverse mix to get multiple viewpoints and what it would look like and what we want it to look like. So just a couple of things that we came to consensus to and we'll be going forward with is it will not be graduation. It will be 8th grade promotional ceremony. So moving away from the term graduation and using the term promotional ceremony because really that's what it is. It's a promotion from junior high to high school, even the state allow us to define it as graduation. No caps and gowns. Instead, Ms. Dowd found a great, it's a sash. Now, don't think of a sash like the beauty pageant, because that's what I kept having in my mind. I'm like, this is not going to work for the guys. But it's a really cool
As we
sash.
noticed in the jacket.
Yeah, it goes over both shoulders and hangs down in both areas, and we have it personalized with EMGE Junior High and Eagle in the class of 2018. So it'll look really nice, and was it like $14 or $15 as opposed to the 60 we're looking at. And it's nice because it's something they can hang over a dresser or a mirror or showcase in a little shadow box, rather than hanging up a gown in the closet that really only parents will look at down the road. But it'd be a nice kind of memento for the kids to take with them as well, personalized to EMGE. We're still the only one we haven't really figured out, but we have alternatives, because there has been someone who's come and said they would make a donation to cover diplomas. But we can look at really nice certificate folders that is a real nice cardstock. I can get all we need for about $100, as opposed to the hardback diplomas, whether it's leather bound or vinyl or whatever, that would cost, could be as much as $400 to $500 or more. I mean, in the past, we spent about $700 on those, but we found a few online that we can get a little cheaper for, but it's still a pretty significant cost. But that's still one we have to look at. The ceremony, students are not going to walk across stage, and they'll stand up as an entire row to face the crowd. We're looking for a class song that the students will get to vote on. So we'll have a song list that'll be staff provided, and then students will vote from there. We'll have both the valedictorian, as usual, as well as a class speaker that will be chosen to speak. The class speaker will be a process that combines a written essay and public speaking, which we're still determining what the public speaking is, but not just writing, because we can have some great writers, but then they're going to get a crowd of 500 and completely freeze. And we don't want that for them either, so they have to be comfortable with public speaking and really put that work into to writing. We'll have our normal routine of speeches from Dr. Leonard, the board, our scholarship recipient. That whole process will be the same. And we are also, because of the large class size, we're, I think, actually over 100 students in 8th grade now. We're going to have to limit to 4 tickets per family. If tickets are not used by the family, they can be given back, maybe first come, first served basis, but we will be at capacity, plus some. If we have our normal just come in and fill the seats, we're always very crowded as it is, but our class this year is about 15 students more. So something we'll do is we're going to limit it, and most schools do that already. So we kind of following suit, but we thought 4 tickets per student. The date of when graduation obviously will be determined in a couple of months, so when the final calendar is approved, when hopefully we have our emergency days behind us. We'll have slideshows with baby pictures and 8th grade pictures as they come in, so we'll have a slideshow that'll have that on a loop. Some photo stations set up around the old gym or the hallways for photo ops. Mrs. Dowd has agreed to head up the decorating committee, and I know she already had some ideas to make the gym and everything else look nice and still make it a very special evening. And then I will be getting with the kitchen. Actually, Deb will probably work this out for some cookies and punch in the the Harmony gym. And then we will have an 8th grade parent meeting in early March. Thinking of Arch Madness. In early March to discuss all the end-of-year 8th grade activities. That includes their 8th grade trip, the promotion, and anything that will be needed for their transition to the West. So a lot of things. It'll still be a very, very special evening. We're excited about what it's going to be, and still making it a kind of just a great farewell, and thanks for their time here at Harmony EMGE 175. But it doesn't need a cost in arm or leg for parents, and we can still make it a special night, so we're excited
So
about it.
the children, the kids will, graduating class will pop up one row.
So we'll do one row at a time, so rather than all the names coming across stage in one by
Will
one.
they be introduced individually, or just so
Just
there'll be no
this row,
individual?
yep, this row, stand up, let parents either applaud or take pictures,
Okay.
let them have stand up and get recognized in the next row,
Gotcha.
so on and so forth.
I think the goal was to try to make the change less scary, you know. Just because we're changing things and things aren't gonna be as traditional as they had in the past, it doesn't mean that it still can't be a fantastic ceremony. So that's what we're aiming for.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, we're excited.
Yeah.
Is that your jacket going on?
I need to add that feature next year. John's light bulb thing, set to go. Hey, you're just lucky I didn't wear you're lucky I didn't wear the pants to go with it.
Any other new business? Public and employee comments. Hearing none, we'll move to upcoming board activities. The board's got two major activities coming up. Typically we do in January, may start some of it in January, but we're not going to get done until February. We have goal setting, and we have superintendent evaluation. So hopefully shortly after, early to middle part of